music. That incentivizes them, because then the teacher can say, you want to play in the band? You get down and get the homework done. And therein lies another thing that Lakewood School District could do, should do, must do to help the student body. Thank you.
Thank you. And the last person for this evening signed up, Annette Carney. I don't know, it's Carney, I'm sorry. It is Carl's, right?
Annette Kearney, 15 St. Andrews Court. You would think I spoke to Mr. Hopdit, but I did not, because Ms. Silva knows that's my thrive. Like, we have to offer something to our student body to keep them incented, to keep the academics going. Last year we did meet. There was supposed to be a music academy at the high school. It is not. But at this point, I'm just so disgusted. I don't even know what to do. I do have a child in the high school. I do have a child who's musically inclined. And even before he even entered into school, he has always been involved in music. Even outside of school, he's involved in music. That's what helps me as a parent keep him focused on his academics. And I do believe that we have talented children in our district who, from elementary school to middle school, by the time they get to high school, it's a wrap. Last year, the music was taken away from the kids for freshmen. Most people in the room who have attended different concerts in the district, whether it was at the elementary level or middle school level, our students, it's in them, it's embedded in them. Not everybody's going to play basketball, not everyone's going to be a doctor, not everyone's going to be a lawyer, but we should at least try to mold them for the path that they could take beyond Lakewood and represent Lakewood.
Interrupt you.
Yes.
What's the problem, do you think, that there's not kids? What's the problem and what's the solution? Because we've heard this, and I'm not being disrespectful. The problem we know, I'm shocked we only have 8 people in our band, if that's correct. What is the problem and the solution?
My opinion, and it's not to put anyone under the bus, but to try to resolve. We need teachers who are passionate about what they're doing. Just to have a job, to say you have a job, it's not encouraging to the students. We had a plan, at least I thought we had a plan for the high school, that the person coming in, replacing the person who left, was going to go all out, work with the middle school to recruit and work together to build.
Is that the person you and your friend who's not here this evening at one board meeting in the summer had to go run and get hired? Was that the band person?
That Barbara? Yes.
Yeah. So is that person not employed?
She's employed.
Is she not doing this passionate thing?
I think the music went backwards this year. We were at a point and there was hope. Am I right, Ms. Silva? We all sat down, we had a plan, and it didn't go anywhere.
But
why?
We want to know why.
Implementation?
That's too big for us up here.
Okay, somebody has to take charge of it. A new person coming in the district is trying to learn the district. There's enough things to keep them occupied. They need to know who they're reporting to. The person they're reporting to needs to know what their position is, what their job is. Maybe everybody needs a job description to say really what their job is. Again, I'm not knocking any particular person, but I manage 60 people from Delaware to New Jersey. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Whether I'm in the building or not, they know what they need to do. So one monkey don't stop the show, one person don't stop the show. And if the people don't know what they're doing, the kids are not going to know what they're doing.
Well, this is really earth-shattering, I'll tell you why. Because Mr. Hobday has the grandson in Barnegat, who I read about, and we all read about. And you have this child, and you know, I could make donations for the prom fund, but we hired, you know, it's upsetting to me. The board, it was all the drama as usual here. Hired this person, she wasn't on the list, we had to call her, Barbara came, remember that whole thing? Don't worry, it's being done. We're paying the person and persons, I don't want to speak to anyone in particular. And this is the first, I'm hearing, and if I'm hearing it first, trust me, they're hearing it first, that this whole thing was a colossal waste of time because we hired the people, which we were told to hire, we spent the money, which we've spent, there are 8 kids in a band, 8, there are no, the music's not working, so I'd like to know from the administration what is going on. Would the board not want that also?
Through Chair. I feel that obviously there's a problem with recruiting the kids. Isn't that something that's elementary, even in the high school? Isn't that something that we have to start with?
What is the administration's response to this? The board, you see, the board is accused of not spending money here, and we're cutting tax, but they spent the money. So what's the problem with Silva and Doctor?
As Mrs. Carney can tell you, this problem didn't occur as of yesterday or even last year. It's been brewing for a number of years. I met with several of the music teachers, and I've been trying to, if you will, unravel the mess that music is in Lakewood. And it will require the transfer of a few people in order to maximize the instruction of music at both the middle school as well as the high school. One of the things, I mean, and it's a situation where I'm going to take from Peter to pay Paul, or I forget what the expression is, but nevertheless, I have talented people who are ready to proceed, but there is a resistance on part of some of the administrators. I can't say anything beyond that, but I am working on it. I met with music teachers, in fact, 2 weeks ago. I met with an individual music teacher who I think can really rev up the high school band, and that's what I have to do. So I will definitely meet with you after the holidays. I have to also meet with the respective principals, because no principal likes to let go of really good people. I understand that. Then I have to look as a superintendent as where I'm going to prioritize. And I think I have to respond to Mr. Hobday, we have talented kids and they can compete with anyone in any of the Ocean County and Monmouth for that matter. And that's why I would like to start this movement so we can rev it up at least before your son graduates. So I also thought this individual would kind of pick up. That's not the case, but transfers are available. Well, that's my response at this point.
The board, as their attorney, invites any measures you need to take to make, again, this board is accused of not spending money. Anything you've asked for, they've spent on this topic. Is that not right? Is that not right? Any money you've asked for them to spend, they've spent. Correct?
I can't say that. So
Well, you're not you. You don't ask to spend. The administration, have you asked for any money for the band music to be spent that has not been approved?
Actually, the board has directed me not to spend money, so what I've been doing is looking for grants so that I can buy instruments. We don't have enough instruments
Ms.
throughout
Silva,
the district.
as much as I love working with you, has there been something on the agenda to increase music band, whatever it takes?
Within the 14 months I've been here, music has not been the #1 priority. I explained that to Mrs. Carney myself. Academics has been. Now I am looking at the music piece, and no, I have not asked the board for any money at this point, but I will in the future, once I get together with the people involved.
Thank you. There are no more people on the public agenda, which would then allow Mr. President in place of to go forward. We've done the agenda.
Time out though, but you cut me off.
Yeah.
So what? I'm sorry. I thought I was helping.
And I appreciate that, but you did
Okay.
cut me off.
Sorry. So we'll give. Is another minute fine?
Another minute is fine.
Okay.
And actually, I'm just following up on the question from the last meeting, which I think was November 23rd. Ms. Silva gave us an answer on her end, but someone was supposed to find out exactly what was the amendment that we were going to submit in reference to the Title I our funds, and you were going to have an answer for us this meeting.
Doctor? Ms. Silva.
What I will be doing is bringing in, I have a meeting scheduled for the 22nd, and I was going to bring all the particulars to that meeting. I may have wrongly assumed you were going to be at that meeting, so that I can talk very specifically about
I don't mean to interrupt. The 20th is the next meeting.
Yes, the next board meeting, but I have a meeting with Pastor Wilson and a number of other pastors in the Lakewood with regard to the SES. And that's what I was going to bring to it. I don't have the particulars with me right now, other than what I had already stated, that over 1,000 children will be eligible for the SES. At this point, less than 300 have applied. So I have instructed all the principals by December 21st, I believe, they have to give me the names because they are calling all the eligible children in order to push the fact that they have to choose an SES provider. We've done a lot of work in the last couple of weeks in order to maximize that so we can start the program in January. So by next week, I'll get from the principals all the names.
Through the chair, we've done this in the past. Dr. Cora, you are in charge of Title I until such time as you're not. Can you put, like we did last year, on the website, all of the vendors' contact information and some general information about SES? I do know, I heard at the schools that that actually helped this enrollment process. Is that possible to do for tomorrow?
It is already on the website.
It's on the website?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Well,
Is it only the Lakewood approved ones? Because last year we had that problem and we don't want
no,
to repeat
I
that.
can tell you that this year we have, again, we are always here to improve. And specifically, one vendor, which was not one-on-one tutor, as far as I know, but I'll be corrected by the two bosses down there, is approved. Is that correct? So they are approved as they completed the paperwork this time. Not blaming who did or who didn't, but it's completed. They are on the approved list, which we should have on the website who's approved. And if it is there, they should be there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I speak to one thing?
Yep.
On the 20th, we are asking the board to approve stipend for the pet band for the winter to continue with some sort of performance for our band members who aren't involved in anything else to be part of the pet band through the winter season.
Great. And we are having some performances. We did that, I believe, the special ed. If you remember last year, we had some of those kids, and we're going to have them here on the 20th and some others. But that's a great idea. There are no other people on the public agenda, Madam Superintendent, as well as President in place of. And we voted on the agenda. A motion to adjourn will be accepted.
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
There is none. Thank you.